All right, so now we're going to begin the empowerment Vajrakila in the Namcho tradition by sounding purifying the breath and purifying the elements. Om He Ho Shode Shode Yam Ho Shode Shode Ram Ho Shode Shode Bam Shode Shode Ramo Jode Shode Eyam Rambam Lam Shode Shodanaye Now, instantly with Hong, you should see me as the same as the single solitary hero Vajrakila from the Sky Treasure, Namcho Mingyur Dorje. To the best of your ability, we'll go over all of this actually receiving the empowerment momentarily. But from my heart comes 5 colored flames, which encircle the area completely, and within them are the forms of an infinite array of weapons that establish the Vajra ground, tent, canopy, fence, pavilion, etc., until we're totally surrounded by the circle of protection, and all of the harmful influences are given offering, and then they depart. Om sumba ni sumba hong hong pe don grena rena hong hong pe don grena haya rena haya hong hong pe om manaya ho bhagavan bajranta hong hong hai. All you interfering and obstacle-causing spirits, take this offering to whatever most pleases you, and depart to your own realm, for if you do not, you will be pinned down by the molten Kila and destroyed to dust and atoms. Om Anjaratya Ratya Om 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 Hut. And now, as you're seated within the gompa, you take some of the vase water. Pure water, if you have it. If you don't, that's okay. This is a dorwang, so you need nothing, really. But you can. And now, as I pass around this incense, you imagine that the smoke comes out in 5 colored lights, filling up your crown, your throat, and your heart. And these 5 lights prepare all of your salung tile, all of your prana, your nadi, and your bindu of your subtle body, as well as your skin, joints, organs, etc., and the rest, to receive the empowerment. Om 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 So now as I sound Hung, instantly in the space in front of us arises Padma Sambhava, the root of all of these sorts of teachings of Vajrakila, and to his right and left are all the liberated ones. Around him and above him is Namcho Dorje, the Turton, as well as all of the profound lineage of the Sky Dharma. In front are the Kadye deities, the deities of the Guryagarbha, together with all of the peaceful and wrathful ones, the Maza Dorsom of Ekajati, Rahula, Dorje Lekpa, and all of the rest of the Dharmapalas, Mahakala Maning, Mahakala Legnan, are all stretched out in front. And here, by sounding the 7-line prayer to Padmasambhava, we call upon all of the blessings of the lineage before taking refuge, generating bodhicitta, and remembering our Vajrayana vows. Oryen yoryen norjan champemage sardapora yaji jorinos drunye pema junya shesudra Ordu kandro mangbo kortya dije sundadrunji jinjilam chirshen zu sol guru pema sidi hon Oryen yordi nudyan zambe mange sardapola Yaci chorhinos drunye pema junya shesudra Kordu kandro mambo korja dije sudadruji Jinjilam chirshen chu sol Guru pema sidi hon Oryen yodin nodyan zampe mange sardan pola Yaji Joryi no Drunye Pema Junya Shesudran Hordu Kanro Mambo Gor Tyaji Jesudan Druji Genji Lam Jir Shetsu Sor Guru Pema Sidi Hon Om Binzar Guru Pema Sidi Om. Now, keeping this visualization in front, we go for refuge using the formula of the three roots, Namo Guru Be, Namo Deva Be, Namo Dakini Be, knowing that the three jewels, three roots, three kayas, and all of the rest are united in the form of Guru Padmasambhava, Guru Vajrakila, Guru Namcho Mingyur Dorje, all who are actually present in front of us. And so by acknowledging those who came before us on the path and taking safe refuge, we renew all of our pradimoksha vows. Namo Gorom Ye Namo Devam Ye Namo Dagenem Ye Namo Gorom Ye Namo Devam Ye Namo Dakenem Ye Namo Gorom Ye Namo Devam Ye Namo Dakenem Namo Trimula Now, from the bottom of our hearts, we give rise to the aspiration of bodhicitta that all beings will be free of every relative and ultimate suffering. And we also resolve within ourselves to turn this aspiration into dedicated action in every moment of the 6 bardos, so that all beings are placed in the state of Vajrakila. Giving rise to this intent, we sound Om Bodhicitta Utpandayami. Now, the samaya of this particular practice is that we always keep a bodhicitta. This bodhicitta is the root of all of the Vajrayana, of all of the 2 accumulations and the realization of the 2 truths. In keeping this, we will truly keep the very essence of the nature of Vajrakila. If we want to do a certain number of mantras and accumulate, we can, and it's good. But the only samaya today is bodhicitta, and of course the samaya always in Gurya mantra, which is first to keep all teachings totally secret. And this includes not searching or looking up or reading other teachings for which we do not have transmission, and also not sharing the transmissions we do have outside of the Kula or with others that do not have the transmission. The Gurya mantra, and also to treat the teacher and to treat our Vajra brothers and sisters with the utmost respect as if they are really family, not disparaging or gossiping. or harming them in any way. And if we do this within bodhicitta, then we have really the essence of every other vow that we could possibly have. But if you want more extensive vows in the future, of course, we can do this. But today's samaya is bodhicitta. And so in the Darwang, in this way, all we're going to do is when I sound Om Vajra Samaya Dya, we're going to cross our arms in front of our chest, left over right, snapping our fingers, and this seals the third of the three vows. So taking refuge, we have the Pradimoksha vow. Taking the Bodhisattva, we have giving rise to Bodhicitta, we have the Bodhisattva vow. And then by understanding the meaning of ultimate Bodhicitta, our real nature, inseparable from Vajrakila, then we have the ultimate Samaya, from which the Samaya of secrecy and treating the Kula will radiate out to all beings and bring them to the state of liberation. Om Vajra Samarya Dya. This seals our samaya together, as well as the other sets of vows. So now I'm going to sound Hong 3 times. With the first Hong, I arise as Vajrakila, and I'll explain how that is from the Sky Treasury Dharma. After I explain how that is, I'll sound Hong a second time. As I sound Hong a second time, you also arise in the same way. When I sound Hong for a third time, blue lights come from a Hong in the very center of your heart, or a bindu if you can't visualize this. And these blue lights come and they strike the Hong or the bindu in the center of my own heart, and this is the innermost or the uncommon request to receive the empowerment. So sounding Ah, we totally relax into emptiness and awareness. Sounding Hong, I arise, and will explain how this Namcho Vajrakila is. With the Hong, you are created in the same way. With the third Hong, you spread lights to my heart to request the empowerment. I am Guru Vajrakila, dark blue in color. I have 3 faces. My right face is white, my left is red, and my middle face is blue-black. I have 6 hands. My first 2 upper right hands hold a 9 and 5-pronged Vajra. My first 2 left hands hold a trident, a Katanga staff, and a mass of blazing fire. My lower right hand holds up Mount Meru like the whole world, which has a Vajra radiating at the summit, while my lower left hand holds a Kila dagger. The lower part of my body is a meteorite iron purba, which pierces the hearts of enemies and all harmful spirits. I wear all of the full ornamentation of a wrathful Heruka. At my heart is a black syllable Hong, which is encircled by the mantra, emanating rays of light and destroying every single enemy of beings within the 3 realms. Now as I sound the Hong, you must arise in the same way as this. Now generated in the same way with the third Hung, you pass lights to my heart to request the empowerment. Now, as a result of this, as I sound Om, Ah, Hung, all of your focus should be on a white Om or a white Bindu at my crown, a red Ah or a red Bindu at my throat, a blue Hung or a blue Bindu, which is deep, deep blue black at my heart. Now, as I sound Om, Ah, Hung many times, you keep your focus on these three syllables within myself. Lights radiate out, and it invites all of the Buddhas, all of the three jewels and three roots back to this place. They rain down into your body, and you receive the Jinlap blessing of the Vajrakila. Om, Ah, Hum. Om, Ah, Hum. Om, Om Badra Samaya Dharya Vam Ho Om Badra Irikirarya Ho Pisoha Abhisharya 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 Om Ahum Om Ahum Om Ahum Om Ahum. Now each light in turn radiates out. So from the white Om at my crown, white light radiates out and strikes as your Vajrakila, the Om in your own crown, or the white Bindu. Then from my throat, red light streams out and it strikes the red Ah or Bindu in your throat. And then light from the Hung streams out and strikes the Hung in your heart. As the white light strikes the Om in your crown, you receive the full vase empowerment ripening the body, giving you the permission to arise as solitary hero Vajrakila from the Namcho. When the red light strikes your throat, it instantly flows through all of your prana, nadi, and bindu, totally purifying your speech and giving you the speech of Brahma and the power of mantra, and the permission to eventually, with training, engage in the practice of the Tsalung Tile of the Brahma, of the Kumbhaka, of winds. And then, as the Hung light, blue light, strikes at your heart, you realize the mind of Vajrakila, and you totally rest in the nature of the mind of Dorje Parba, Guru Vajrakila, the mind of all of the Buddhas. So you should receive these one at a time. So when you hear me sound Om Om Om, white light streams. When you hear me sound the Ah Ah Ah, the red light streams. When you hear me sound the Hong Hong Hong, the blue light streams. When I sound it all together, Om Ahong Om Ahong Om Ahong, all lights stream at once, and you receive the sealing of the empowerment. Om Bandragiri Kila Arya Hon Hon He Soha Karya Aveshintra Kaya Beshintra Kaya Beshintra Om Mandragiri Kidarya On Hoi Pesoa Wakabe Shincha Wakabe Shincha Wakabe Shincha Om Bandragiri Kidarya Hon Hon Pesoha Jita Abhisheka Om Vajrakila Kila Hoi 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 Soha Kaya Waka Chitra Meshincha And now as I sound Tishtabazra, 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 I place the Kila at your crown, at your throat, and at your heart. And then I place the Vajra and cross it at the top of your crown to seal all of what's called the Tal of the body. Tal means dimension. All Anu Yoga empowerments and practices have the three Tals, the Tal Sum, or the three dimensions: the dimension of body, the dimension of speech, the dimension of mind. And so now I'll touch you with the Parva to seal the dimension of the body. Om Vajrakila Kidarya Om Om Hat So Om Ditra Vajra, Distra Vajra, Distra Vajra, Om. This completes the tal of the body. Now, to receive the tal of the speech, you should see that in the dark blue black hung at my own heart is surrounded by a blue flaming mantra garland. And this blue flaming mantra garland comes up to my central channel, out from my mouth to your mouth, down your central channel where it wraps, going clockwise around your heart, spinning faster and faster and faster until it is like a wheel, like a firebrand. And it emits sparks and fire and smoke, which comes out from all of your pores and all of your body. It radiates out like reddish black light, and everywhere there's a hailstone storm of fire and flames and blood, which destroys all of the obstacles and all of our outer and secret grasping, and all of the outer, inner, and secret grasping of all beings in this dimension of liberated wisdom fire. Om Vajrakila hon hoi hat so Om Vajrakila hon hoi hat so Om Vajrakila hon hoi hat so Om Vajrakila hon hoi het soha. 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 Om Vajrakila hon het soha. Om Vajrakila hon hoi het soha. Om Vajrakila hon 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 het soha. Om V Om Vajrakila Kila Arya Om Hom Pet So Vajrakila Hung Hung Het Soha. This is the mantra of the Namcho. And this is the blessing of the Tal of the speech. And now for the blessing of the Tal of the mind. As I sound the Hung, suddenly everything becomes a great blue sphere, a great blue bindu, all of the triple realm, all of the six desire realms, all of our bodies and the bodies of all beings, like a radiant black blue bindu that radiates and expands everywhere. And then with Hong again, it expands and it totally dissolves into space. And with Hong, we rest beyond any kind of visualization, any kind of method, any kind of duality. This is the Rigved Sarvang, or the Tal of the mind, according to the Anu Yoga teachings. And so with that, you've received the complete Tal of the body, speech, and mind, and the four empowerments of the Namcho Vajrakila. And usually we would move on here to the dedication. So Vajrakila appeared directly through the teachings of Avalokiteshvara to Namcho Mingyur Dorje when he was 13 years old. And from this appearance, he heard this speech directly, and in hearing it, his uncle Karamachanme wrote it all down. So this is the direct words of Vajrakila through the compassion of Avalokiteshvara. So now we will look quickly at this sadhana, and then we will begin the teachings of dealing with the 8 classes of spirits.
Mama Law, do you want to stop the recording and restart for this?
Yes, that sounds like a good idea. So thank you, everybody. This is the empowerment of the Namcho Vajrakila. So this is a Danwang.